Well, the other bad news is this oil. I really cannot believe that. All these new gaskets and everything, this shouldn't be happening. Let's look where it's coming from. So if you have a four-wheel drive BMW like this one, it's a E90 325, then you have an additional set of problems that don't exist on regular cars, on regular rear-wheel drive BMWs. In this case, it's a front passenger side axle seal, and it's leaking on this car and dripping oil fairly fast in significant quantities. I guess there is a couple of different ways of getting this axle out in order to get to this seal. So to make this long story short, to replace that axle seal, I'm just going to disconnect a whole bunch of things around this area, namely some sway bar end links, steering control arms, strut, ABS sensor, cable, brake caliper. And I hope by disconnecting all those things I can pull this whole thing assembly out and away and with the axle, and free up the access to that seal. So the hub assembly with the strut, the axle, the control arms is out of the car. It's not in the way anymore, and now we have a free access to the seal, and it can be replaced at this point fairly painlessly. And here we can see the actual size of the axle. This is just at least 3 feet, if not 4. So the old seal is out. It's got destroyed in the process of extraction, but I tried to figure out what was wrong with it before destroying it, but I couldn't see anything. So I don't know, it's really a mystery. That's not an original BMW part. That could be the reason. So I got the new seal, which is a BMW branded OEM expensive seal. Well, it's not that expensive, but it's more money than aftermarket, because I don't want to do this job again in the near future, at least. So at this point I'm ready to install this new seal in place and reassemble everything and be done with this part of job. So this is the next day, and the new seal is in place, properly installed, and I'm ready to put this whole thing back into the place and attach all the bolts and nuts and everything, and hopefully finish this job today. Let's put this monster back into its cave. Here's what it's like to install this hub assembly. I'm losing my voice. So the axle is going to go into the front diff, and this whole thing will have to slide up into the wheel well, into the strut tower, and then I will reattach the control arms and such. So here we go. have to keep in mind that the tank is heavy. Probably makes sense to disassemble some of this, because you really have to use your imagination, like so. So at this point I can attach the top. Well, the top is not lining up, kind of has to go up higher. Like so. So I reinstalled everything on this side. Am I forgetting something? I guess not. All is left is to install the plastics back on, and that should conclude this axle seal replacement job. I got all the bolts and nuts and everything tight. I did not forget anything. There is a bit of a problem with the ABS cable. It's kind of, the rubber is disintegrating on it, so that might need to be replaced at some point, but I reassembled everything. Now, like I said, I can put the wheel back on and the plastics, and that should be it. And this seal is not supposed to go into trash.